Hey guys, it's Felix here. Welcome back again. So in this video, I'm gonna review Season 2 Nichol banner, guys. So there are 4 characters in this banner. For the first one, we got Nichol himself, 5-star base, 6-star max. Lexa, 5-star base, 6-star max. Elvis, 4-star base, 6-star max. And last but not least, Barold, 3-star base, 5-star max. Alright. Okay, let's move on to the first one, Season 2 Nichol. What are his strengths? Alright, so he has dual cast ability, guys. Amazing stuff. Alright, so this is like Sakura, you can dual cast all of your abilities, like most of them actually. So he's got 100% stats buff, 30% damage reduction skill to the whole entire party. So this is all whole entire party cast. These are 2 separate abilities, by the way, but you can dual cast it. Amazing stuff. Generate 40 MP for 10 MP cast. Increase specific stats, increase limit break gauge at the same time. So these are again 2 separate abilities. So you can increase specific stats and increase limit break gauge. Like you can choose defense, spirit, attack, or magic. And he also got 100% 2 stats buff, right? But it also decreases 65% to the other 2. For example, he's got defense and spirit 130%. But it also decreases the other 2 skills. I mean like 2 stats, attack and magical. And the other way around, vice versa. So these are 2 separate skills again. But you can dual cast it again, guys. And last but not least, he's got 70% elemental resistance, light and dark, water and ice. So these are 2 separate abilities again. One ability you can cast, you can get 2 elemental resistance, 70%. Insane. Okay, this is insane, bro. Insanity. And on top of that, remember that this can be dual casted, so you can choose which combination you need. Like for example, if you need like the first turn you need 100 stats buff and also you need 30% damage reduction, you can dual cast that. And you can also choose to dual cast stats buff and also 70% elemental resistance, and also you can dual cast stats buff and also generate MP for 10 MP cast. So you can choose whichever you need, guys. So he's really flexible here. Amazing stuff, alright. So how does it compare to Ramza? What makes him better, right? In my opinion, he's better than Ramza in one way. But the weakness is that he doesn't have the attack and magic break like Ramza does. But I'm gonna go into the game and show you guys right now, right? How does it works? Right, so first we go into this one. Yeah. So I think he's the best in a certain party specific, you know, if you got all the units right here. Okay, this is not all units. Like for example, okay, in this one, okay, let's go. So let's go. Okay, in this party, right, if you want to use the CG Nichol 130% stats buff optimally, you guys gotta have like a resist status break buff. So there are like several characters who has that. Like one of them is Earth Veritas the tank, and Earth Veritas I think is the perfect match for this because he can tank and he can do the stats debuff resist at the same time. So he's really efficient here in a part, and he also can single target provoke and also cover tank. So he can do 2 things at once, but he cannot break. So that's the weakness. But it doesn't matter. We bring a breaker here, right? So this is, I think this is the perfect synergy for this party. So for example, I'm gonna dual cast, right, this one. So you can dual cast any of these abilities, guys. So the 72 abilities are the single stats buff and also increase limit break. This one, right? And also you can like 45 MP. You can increase 130% stats to 1 ally, all stats. And this one is the elemental resistance 70%, so you can dual cast that. And this one is 30% damage reduction here, and we can combine this the first turn. So this is like Ramza buff, 100% stats to all, I mean like buff to all stats here, and 30% damage reduction the first turn round. And then like for example, your tank is gonna cover here, so I'm not gonna do provoke because he's gonna kill the Cactuar. Like for example, Military do a break here, right? Attack break. So imagine this is like a trial boss here. And then Onion Knight can do like another, you know, resistance again. And Sigifina is the healer here, right? So we have like the breaker, the healer, the tank, perfect. Except for status, ailment, abnormalities protection right there. So the second turn, Earth Veritas, right, can do this one. Stats resist break. So what CG Nichol can do here? Okay. Okay, for let's see Onion Knight's attack right now. 1180, right? So let's dual cast this scale 50 MP1. Okay, so this actually the 130% stats buff to everything. Like if you cast 2 of them. But with the resist breaks, you're gonna negate the disadvantage here. So your whole entire party gets 130% increase to all stats here. As you guys can see, 1238, so it's higher than just now one, 30% higher. Amazing stuff. So that's why I think this is the perfect combination party for trials, I think. So this is a dream party here. Yeah, and you can like probably switch 1 DPS for like magic DPS if you need it. I mean like magic tank, like Mystire, Bash, you know, everything like that. Perfect, this is perfect. So that's why I think CG Nichol is, I think, better than Ramsa here. So you guys like probably wondering, okay, how about the MP regeneration? No problem here, no problem here. As the buff like lasted for like 2 turns, right? Buff lasted for 2 turns here. So as you guys can see, this buff is still going on here. And CG Nichol can do this one, right? And if you want to like cast the 30% damage reduction, you can do that again. And you can do lots of amazing stuff here. Crazy, okay? Alright, there we go, there we go. Yep. So we still have the status resist the buff, so our buff is gone now, but we can buff again. Okay, we can buff the 30%, 130% stats buff again, and we can do the same thing over and over again and won't run out of MP here. So that's why I think like CG Nichol is probably the best role for bards here. Like amazing, man, crazy stuff. He can recover like MP and also 130% stats buff to the whole entire party without any disadvantage if you have like Earth Veritas as your tank. So that's probably it. That's probably it. Okay, let's move on into the banner again. Yeah, so that's why I think Season 2 Nichol is probably better than Ramsa for now. Alright, in such party, as I've shown you guys. So what are his weakness though? What are his weakness? It costs too much MP to dual cast abilities. 103% 2 stats buff that needs a stats break resist skill. So this is the disadvantage. You have to bring like Earth Veritas or probably Tilith. But Earth Veritas, as I said earlier, is probably more efficient because you can do like 2 things at once, 2 rolls at once right there at the same time. Alright. Let's move on to his limit break. His Ancient Formula, 110% all stats buff for 3 turns. Also recovers 20% HP and MP. But it costs like 36 limit break crystals. So it's a lot of limit break crystals you must gain like to cast this one. 134% buff to all stats if it's maxed. Amazing stuff. This is like the highest buff, man, like ever. His Stress Mastery Ward Strategy Cape is also really good here. Defense plus 40, Magical plus 52, Mental plus 38, and MP plus 20%. Mental is actually spirit here. Amazing stuff. So yeah, he's really good union, man. I think if you don't have Ramsa or Roy, you probably want him right now. I would pull hard for him if I have the money, but I already exhausted my resources for Sephiroth and Leela. It's well worth it though. Alright, let's move on to the next one. We got Lexa here as the magic DPS 5-star base 6-star max. What are her strengths? She can tornado change with Shantoto and Kid Rydia, okay? Chibi Rydia, guys. Not the adult Rydia, by the way. So yeah, they have like tornado also, the same thing. And she has 120% passive magic boost. Amazing, okay? Crazy. And other than wind magic, she can deal wind, thunder, ice, and earth magic. Pretty good, right? Pretty good if you need like, you know, specific element there. And she can also she has also innate dual cast. And she has Osmos, okay? When she runs out of MP, you can like dual cast like Osmos and also cast Tornado the next turn or something like that. And her limit break increases wind resistance of whole entire ally by 100%. Amazing stuff, okay? Her weakness though, she's squeezy, she has very little health, alright? But no matter if you have like crazy tanks like Earth Veritas, you know, Bash, you know, Mistar, Shield, you know. And she has also very little status and novelty protection right there. So you got a year for that. And also her limit break is called Fortis Tempesta. So it's like a wind elemental damage, 500% wind AoE, 5 hits. So it's chainable, right? Chainable. And it also increases wind resistance to all allies, 75%, 100% when max for 3 turns. And 740% when max, also wind AoE damage. Her Trustmaster is called Modest Witch. When equipped with a rod, your magic plus 40%, spirit plus 20%. So it's really, really good also. So her Trustmaster is like William's Trustmaster, but actually better than that. Alright, so let's move on to the next one. We got Alphys here, 4-star base, 6-star max. So he's like a finisher here, fire element. He can buff attack 80% and fire imperil 50% to whole entire enemy at the same time. I mean, like fire imperil only one enemy, but buff attack 80% to whole entire ally. He's got innate double hand 75%. He's got GS mastery 50%, and he also has like gambling skill, right? So you got 10% chance to get 1000% attack modifier. So this is his strength, man. You gotta gamble a little bit, but once this hit 1000% attack modifier, he's insane, bro. Insane. 1000%, bro. So it's like playing with fire here. And you got like 25% to get 100% modifier, so it's like a normal attack. It doesn't increase attack at all. And you got like another like 25% to get 300% and 35% to get like 600%. So yeah, unless you get like 600% and 1000%, he's bad. He's real bad, bro. And he also got 100% status element resistance skill, but it wasted 1 turn here. His weakness though, if you lost the gamble, right, you don't hit that 10%, right, and you do hit that the normal attack damage 100%, yeah, so that's your loss here. And it also, just now as I said, wastes 1 turn to cast status and novelty protection, and also he has 1 finishing move, very low modifier, 260% only. So you don't want to cast that probably, man. You probably, if you use him right, if you use him at all, you would probably want to use that gambling thing. Like probably if you're feeling lucky, right, you can get that 1000% attack modifier, and 10% chance is very low actually. His limit break, Agnes Drive, 800%, physical damage to one enemy, 920% when maxed, fire resist -60. And 84% when max, so it's actually pretty good. His limit break, alright. His Trustmaster is Garn Sword Agni, 125 attack, fire element, plus 15% fire resist. So I think this one is the best fire great sword, besides Dandelga, right? From Fargas. But Fargas is a limited unit, so this guy is a 4-star base, so he's actually easier to get. Yeah, why not, man? Why not? We got Marot, last but not least, 3-star base, 5-star max unit. His strength, easy to fill, his limit break gauge because it only costs like 16 crystals. On top of that, he's got plus 100% limit break crystals amount gain skill there in his arsenal. And he also got plus 3 limit break crystal again, his skill again, but he must use it. And he's got 280% 8-hit thunder damage AoE. So this is actually a chaining skill, it's pretty good, man. You can element chain right off from the bat without any, you know, elemental weapons. His weakness though, obviously 5-star max, low stats. His limit break, Kalonus X, 400% thunder damage to one enemy, 590% when max. And also it casts defense plus and attack plus 100% and also 120% when maxed. His Trustmaster is Thunder X, attack plus 120 lightning elemental. So he's pretty bad except for his Trustmaster right there. Alright, so all in all, should you summon? Okay, if you don't have Ramza, right? If you don't have Ramza, yes, you must summon for Season 2 Nichol. But I think this is a trap banner, guys. I think this is because something big is coming up in the Final Fantasy Brave Exvius Japanese version anniversary, which is coming soon, 22nd of October. So I don't know, man. But if you have like some resources to spare, why not, man? I would want to pull for him. I haven't got him yet, but you know, as I said earlier, my resources are already finished. So yeah, probably skip this one. Yeah, probably use some tickets from the next login I mean, next week's login, we can get like 3-4-star tickets, I think. So I'll probably using that, try my luck. But if I cannot get him, then it's too bad. But he stays in the pool forever anyways. So yeah. Alright, I guess I'll see you guys in my next video. As always, Felix here for more Final Fantasy Brave Exvius Japanese version guides. Stay tuned. Peace out.